So right now you're looking at the starter of a 1948 Ford 8N tractor. Here's where we're going to start. I'm going to pull the starter solenoid off. There's a bolt here. There's a couple bolts on this tailpiece. So a 1/2 inch deep socket got the starter solenoid off. Of course, I neglected to mention that the first thing I did was disconnect the battery. Ground cable, see. First thing I did was disconnect the battery. That's kind of important as far as I'm concerned. And honestly, I came in with a 7/16 and I cracked these two loose on the 7/16 and look at this. Starter's nice and loose. I am surprised it's really that simple. Likely something's going to blow up in my face, so I figure I'd turn the camera on and catch it all for your viewing. So let's see what we get here. The sirens are busy today. This whole thing's gonna come apart, huh? See if we can do this without splitting this thing into a million pieces. Come on, baby. Think. Uh-oh. What's going on? Alright, here's a thought. I'm sure this has occurred to plenty of people in the past that have actually done this before. Taking a 1/2 inch nut, sticking it on the back side here, or what would be the front side of the starter, to keep the starter together. Because what I really don't want to do is, because this whole thing looks like it's going to come apart. You got the tail cap here, you got the face cap. I don't want to pull the armature out and have the brushes go sprink. So I put two nuts on the ends of these bolts to keep the starter together, and I think I got to just kind of mess with it and see what happens here. Oh, that looks good. That is so awesome. I think I'm going to dance. So far be it from me to be an expert, because I am far from the expert. But just looking at these teeth here, this looks like this might be an issue. Alright, so it seems, yeah, they shouldn't have that little notchy notch in there. And this unit here at Steiner, plus the drift pin, or that knockout pin there, is about 28 bucks plus tax. This looks like it's been hammered on. I'm assuming, if I'm going to be the assuming type, I'm assuming that the flywheel, or this, see, because this is kind of mushroomed on these ends. Yeah, I could go right now and click the buy it now and have one here for, I don't know, about 35 bucks probably, but that won't get my tractor working today. So just for poops and giggles, because the starter's really not that hard to get out, I'm going to pull this end off. I'm going to clean it up real good. I'm going to come in with a file. I'm going to dress these teeth to get that little hang up off there. Maybe that's enough to keep it from engaging. I don't know. I can't really evaluate the flywheel where it sits without going through a great deal of trouble. That window that this sticks into only exposes about 8 or 9 teeth in the flywheel, so I'd have to put a wrench on the crankcase and turn it and then look at the whole, and I really don't care. The flywheel is what it is. I'm not breaking the tractor in half to to fix that. But let's go ahead and pull this apart and let's see where we go from there. It's pretty recessed there. I'm going to assume it goes back out the same way it came in. This is awesome. If I only had a third hand. Ow! Oh, fudge nuts, that pinched. Oh, crap. A bag of sandwich lunch. Ooh. Piece of candy. Okay. Enough of the drama. That really hurt, Charlie. Charlie. Not horrible. I'm going to file this by hand as it sits. Yeah, see, it's got all these little mushroom heads here. Mushroom heads. I'm assuming, if I were the assuming type, that if I do that and face this, and then clean it all up. Oh well. See what I can come up with. I'll be back in a flash. So I came in with the files and I dressed these leading edges of this gear, made them nice and smooth, cleaned them up, got all the little hang-ups and stuff out of the teeth, and then I came in and faced this just so maybe it won't hang up as much on the flywheel. Am I going to buy a new part, $30 part plus shipping? Yeah, probably. This edge here, just judging by the pictures, is probably a 1/16 of an inch back from what the stock one, what a stock gear would be. So I don't know how far in this engages. That flywheel's only, geez, it only feels like it's about 3/8 of an inch thick. So if this, you know, this is probably 5/8 of an inch from this surface to the edge of this bevel is probably 5/8 of an inch. So depending on how deep this thing throws, I don't know. I can't see it, so I don't know. So chances are pretty good I'm going to buy the part anyway. Am I going to put this back together to test it out? Oh, absolutely. I'm going to throw it in there and make sure that's what the problem is. I'm pretty sure that's what the problem is, though. But a few minutes with a hand file and 20 minutes for installation and removal, or removal and installation of the starter is, I think it's well worth it just to see. I like to understand how things work. And who knows, this may work perfect. That engine needs so little starter to get it to go anyway. Honestly, if I didn't have a loader on the front, I would use a hand crank to get it going, because that's just how cool that is. But let's throw this starter back together and stuff it back in the tractor and see what happens. Hook it up for real. Try it again. This is usually where it hangs up. Choke. I'll do it one more time. I don't have an alternator belt on or a fan belt. I don't want to run it too much. But let's see. That was my fault. I didn't fully press the button. Start button. What the hell is falling around here? Oh, that's the old bungee strap for the storms. Storms a brewing. Let's try it again. So that works. Definitely an improvement. It's not hanging up anymore. It doesn't sound the best, I think, when it's engaging. It's hard to say. Likely I'm gonna set that purchase aside until I have a couple other things. I know there's gonna be more stuff I need to buy for this, but it's good for now for me to get this thing put together. Okay, gotta go, gotta run. See ya.